Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black. There they go. There they go. Hey people, how you doing? Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. It's Freedom Friday. I'm so glad you guys could tune into the show, that you're here tonight, because you could do a lot of different things and be here tonight. So I want to thank you, all my Wolfpack members, all the people that contribute to the show, people who are just watching for the first time. You're welcome to the show. It's an open platform on Freedom Friday. What we customarily do is I open with a monologue, talk about things that are going on in the news. We had that discussion. I get the ball rolling. And then all of you, whoever you are out there, guys, you dial into the number and you speak your truth. You talk about whatever interests you, whatever has been stuck in the back of your head or that you've been carrying around with you all week, or an issue that you just feel like needs to be said. And you know what? I'm going to call the Tim Black Show. I'm going to say it. That's what Freedom Friday is. It's freedom of expression. It's a new thing. It's not a one-way conversation. We talk to each other. We express our thoughts. It's beautiful, man. I love it. I love doing this show. I do. So thank you so much. The number 319-527-6212. That's the number you dial. 319-527-6212. You know, the DNC fraud lawsuit is a very big deal. It's a very big deal because the DNC fraud lawsuit is about our democracy. It's about all the things that are necessary to put in place, to rectify, to resolve, to make it more possible. Now, it's not end all to be all, but more possible for us to have an election process that is just and fair. The DNC fraud lawsuit is an opportunity for us to take back one half of our democratic process, of our election process, from the greedy hands that hold it hostage and do with it as it will. That's the relevancy of the DNC fraud lawsuit. It's not based on hyperbole. It's not based on slander. It's not based on half-baked concoct notions. It's based on evidence. And the man and woman and others who are behind this lawsuit, the man who was on the ground in North Carolina, Nico House, who gathered information and said, hey, he looked around and said, I'm working on the Bernie Sanders campaign. I'm working here on my university campus. I'm looking at this, and this doesn't look right. This doesn't smell right. This doesn't seem right. When he gave that information to Elizabeth and Jared Beck, and they said, I think you may have something here. When they went looking into that, that wasn't a half-baked, half-cocked, ambulance-chasing endeavor. It was based on evidence. It was based on good-hearted people who want justice. Good-hearted people who could make more money working at corporations, but decided they didn't want to do that anymore. So they took major pay cuts to work for the people on issues that matter to people. I know this because I've interviewed Nico House and I interviewed Jared Beck, the attorney for the people, not the establishment, on the DNC fraud lawsuit. This is an important moment, folks, because it's I feel like it's right up there with the election. It's right up there with Trump. Like, okay, so you got Bernie running, important. The election result, Trump, important. This is the next thing, the next big thing. And I'm not trying to marginalize the bombing we did in Yemen or in Syria. But domestically speaking, this is huge. Huge, it's huge. I don't care about the damn emails, but I care about this lawsuit. It's huge. Now, for independent media, or I would think for independent, left-leaning, non-corporate controlled media, this would be big for them too. Because if you've been on the right side of certain issues and you are privy to information, if you didn't think the WikiLeaks was all a fabrication, if you've been following that, and if you know that that information's solid, that no intelligence organization has denied that the WikiLeaks documentation is real, then you'll know, just by knowing that, you'll know that there was biased, partial treatment in the DNC. You already know what the result of the trial should be because you already did the research. That's if, you are, privy to that information. So for some people, they don't ever read WikiLeaks. They never paid attention. They didn't spend hours upon hours sifting through the documentation, going through it. They haven't been engrossed in it. So maybe to them, if they watch mainstream media, they would think, I don't know. It could be anything, bruh. I don't know about that. But if you are a left-leaning, independent media person who's been following WikiLeaks and you say it's true, and you believe that it's valid, it's accurate, it's never been found to be fraudulent, the information obtained by WikiLeaks, then you would have to come to the conclusion that there is a case there. For you to come to any other conclusion causes me to question your sincerity and your motives. There are a lot of independent media on the internet, a lot of people running around doing their thing, putting in time, trying to work it. So many people. I don't even want to start naming names because I don't want to leave anyone out because they all deserve respect. You don't have to agree with them all, but most of them do it for little or nothing. They do it because they believe in it. They do it because it's what they feel needs to be done. They don't have big salaries. They don't have big offices. Some of them broadcast from their basement or their garage or their car or their living room. And that's okay because we want to hear them because some of them at great risk who give up things to speak truth. And then we have some people who are in independent media who have ascended to a certain level where they are no longer sitting in their living rooms or sitting in their garages, sitting in their cars. They're no longer using webcams, piece of cloth on the wall, basically, limo studio umbrellas. Hey, if you want your own gear, go down in my description below and click on it. You'll see what I'm using. You can have my setup all for like $300. Some people are at a level where they got real stuff. They got real cameras. They got crews. They got camera crews, sound men, people throwing things, slides, running their equipment for them as they do their shows. They got a setup. They look good. They got plane tickets. They can go places. They can go get on a plane or a train. They have budgets. They have researchers. They have help. They have money. Show me the money. They got the money. So it's great. And I'm not begrudging people who have something that they don't have to start off with nothing. I don't hold that against you. Money in itself does not corrupt. Money in itself is not an evil thing. It's what you do with that dinero. It's what you do with that money that matters and what you're willing to do to keep it or to get more of it that I have an issue with. The TYT panel that discredited the DNC fraud lawsuit had smart people on it. People that cover news, who consider themselves learned, consider themselves in the know. They work for the biggest independent left-leaning media entity on the internet, probably in the world. And we in America are fighting for our democracy. The whole world knows it. The whole world knows it. Looking at America like, what is going on with America, man? Wow, what does America do? Lord have mercy. Did you hear what America's doing? Chile's like, what is going on with America, man? America is tripping. They tripping. Brazil's like, oh my God, what's up with America? Everybody's going, what's up with America? Australia's like, man, America, what is up? What is up? The whole world's looking at us like, what's up with America? So if you're in an independent media group and you have backing, people have given you money, if you can raise $2 million, if you can have a panel of experts on it who have been following the news reportedly for the biggest independent news network on the freaking globe, you mean to tell me you can't do research on a very important topic that is going to touch and maybe change the outcome or affect the elections in this country for years to come, that will set a precedence on the way that the one of two, the dominant political parties, and I'm sorry, there aren't more. I wish there were more parties. I try to support the Green Party. People are like, they can't win. They can't win because you don't vote for them. That'll help. If you voted for them, maybe they could be a real, potentially really strong third party. Maybe the Libertarian Party can get their weight up and start doing something. But right now, what we have is two parties. And one half of that, one of those parties, right now, we can help reform them. Whether they want to be reformed or not, we can push their ass through the doors of reformation with this lawsuit. And these independent media people with the most dominant, independent-leaning, left-leaning network sat on that freaking panel and threw it under the bus. And see, it's not just that they have a different opinion. Nah, man, I got opinions. I don't like Empire. Empire, the one with the, it's like music and it's a lot of, it's basically Get Rich or Die. I don't know what it is. It's like The Life of Puffy or something. I don't know what that is, I just don't get it. I'm not into it, man. It's not my thing. I'm a Better Call Saul kind of guy. I like Fargo, That's an opinion. It's relative. It's relative. But if you read WikiLeaks, if you know about WikiLeaks, if you know about the firing of 4 DNC officials for corruption, if you know about the firing of a CNN commentator for their actions relating to the DNC, collusion between the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign, if you know this stuff already and you sit your high-stepping ass up on a panel on the biggest network in independent media, left-leaning media in the globe, and you speak BS. You not only hurt, it's not just an opinion, dog. It's not an opinion, Jordan. It's not an opinion, Jank. It's damaging because you, like I said, are the biggest independent media network on the globe. You don't get to sit. You don't get to sit there and lie to the world. You don't get to sit and be influential over the thoughts and minds of progressive people or people leaning progressively, liberals leaning progressive, anybody else who tunes in, who thinks that you are an authority, that you are respected, and that your opinion matters if you don't give them facts. Facts. And if you know the facts, and we already ascertained that you know the facts, homie, you know what you did. So it's not just an opinion. It's not just a difference of opinion. You arrogant errand boy. It's not just an opinion. It is a strategic scheme. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to undermine progressive and to fall in line behind the corporate Democrats or the corporocrats. That's all it is. It's either that or you are stupid. You are ignorant. Because if you have the information and you chose not to pay attention to it, I mean, if you can't digest that giving questions is corruption and accepting them is corruption, if you can't digest Debbie Wasserman Schultz having to step down for a reason, it wasn't just because they didn't like her hair that day. TYT, it's not that I hate TYT. It's that I love the opportunity to make changes in this country that matter to everyone. It's not that I hate Cenk Uygur. It's that I have ethics. It's not that I hate Jordan or I like this guy, like Jordan says, oh, Tim's a nice guy, he's a good guy. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a good guy. I don't. What matters is that I don't lie to you, that I'm never saying something because of an agenda of a corporation or of an entity like the DNC or to win favor with the Hillary crowd or with powerful people, which would make me forget what I know, which is this shit's been corrupt. That the 2016 elections were handed corrupted. It was corrupted. It's not about if you like me as a person, Jordan. It's not if you think I'm cool. I have in my phone, ladies and gentlemen, I have in my phone a conversation I had with Jordan Sheridan of TYT Politics that caused this great upheaval where he called me and H.A. Goodman and Eco House, basically sellouts, schmucks, snake oil salesmen, liars, flim-flammers, devoid of facts, everything horrible that you could say about a person who does what I do. I have in my phone you, Jordan Sheridan, telling me back in September, I don't call out progressives. I don't call out progressives because I called you out on you running your mouth on Facebook before. And I called out about, see, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on right now is we have a problem. Forget all the details. We have a problem. Money, some people have ethics. Some people don't. I do not believe that the TYT panel that disparaged this lawsuit to all of its viewers did so out of error. I just don't believe that. I just don't believe it. And I don't believe that Jordan Sheridan threw me under the bus and my brand that I've worked on for 4 years, having great people on, such as him. Yeah, he comes on the channel of a guy who's selling snake oil, who's a liar, deceiver, and scam artist. He came on my show. I don't know what that is. One of his new journalists that they hired at TYT, Michael Tracy, came on the show too. Oh, I guess I fooled him too. I'm really good at fooling people. God, I fooled all these great people. Tim Canova. God, I fooled the hell out of him. I fooled Jill Stein several times. Oh, I fooled Ajamu several times. David Cobb. I fooled all these people several times. Oh, man, I'm really good at fooling people. Maybe you're full of shit. And maybe it's all strategic. People say, Tim Black, let it go, man. Let it go. Listen, it's not about me. It's about this DNC fraud lawsuit. It's about who can we trust. If you cannot... Look, here we go. Here it goes. If you're in a position where you feel that you cannot speak truth because you have some type of arrangement or you're worried about income or whatever it is, that's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. That's why I love being autonomous. It's beautiful. Mwah, love it. I'm not rich, but I'm rich at heart. I'm not wealthy, but I got a wealth of fans, friends, supporters, people who care about me. But that's sad that you live in that way, that you can't be honest and truthful because of your considerations, your contractual or your cigar behind closed door meetings and decisions and strategies. So I don't give you a pass on it, but this is what I would suggest to anybody out there and to all the TYT people who've been hitting me all day. If you can't speak truth, you don't have to lie. And you don't have to smear. You don't have to curry water for Hillary. You know what you could do, or the DNC, or the establishment? There is one option. You can shut up. That's right, just shut the hell up. Do nothing. If you feel you can't keep it real, you shut up. And if you decide to talk and deliver false information that damages my community, you don't own progressivism. You don't own conservatism. You don't own nothing except your brand, baby. And you burnt that for Hillary. And she ain't fucking worth it, man. The DNC ain't worth it. You were already on the suspect list with so many people coming after Tim Black, H.A. Goodman, Nico House, and by association, all of those that support us. You burnt your brand worse than we could ever do. Because everyone who watches me and watches H.A. Goodman know we don't spend enormous amounts of time talking about you. We go where the story go, homeboy. We go where the story go, Jank. We go where the story goes, Jordan, just like you. It doesn't take us. We don't have the means to travel around, but we go where the story goes. To whomever. Do you really think I blast Debbie Wasserman because I personally don't like her? I don't know her. She could be a good woman. Donna Brazile could be a sweetheart if I knew her. We could drink a glass of wine and talk about, I don't know, Harlem Nights. He shot my pinky toe. I love that part when he said he shot the pinky toe. You could walk over. We could do the clumps. You walk over, but you're limping back. I say you walk over, but you're limping back. We can have fun. But see, it's not about if I like them or if they're good people. It's about where the story goes. You understand? So never get me twisted. It's all about the story. You burnt your brand defending the indefensible. You burnt your brand attacking true progressives that actually fight the fight. I'm ashamed of you, Jordan Sheridan. I'm ashamed of TYT. I'm ashamed of those people that support that. But for the people that support it, they're just clouded. It's sort of like the mainstream people who watch that crap and they believe it because they don't know any better. They're not exposed to anything else. And that's why I'm fighting. I'm not fighting for ego. This is not about ego. I have a message that's important. I can't have somebody falsely accuse me with ad hominem attacks on my character, not on my quality of the content that I produced, but on who I am, and then never, because I'm on the right side of the issue. He just don't like that it's his people in the crosshairs. If I'd have done videos and we talked about MSNBC sold out, they're supporting this Hillary crap, which I've done several of them, he would have said nada. He's talking because he wants to defend TYT, but it's indefensible. It's indefensible. I don't defend woman beaters. I don't defend killer cops. Why don't I? Everyone's got a reason. Everybody has a reason for what they do. I don't defend pedophiles. I don't defend home invaders. Why not? Everyone has a reason. Man, I had to do it, man. I had to get it on, dog. Like in Heat. I had to get it on. I had to get it on. Wayne Grove, remember that? I had to do it. Everyone has a reason. Wrong is wrong. Ethics is ethics. Real is real. Fake is fake. Sold out is sold out. Jank. Jordan, you're sad because you are a good reporter. But you know what? You know what, though? And I'm going to say, dude, I don't care how well you are at your craft. If you're hard as shit, you're hard as shit. I've never done anything to you. The fact that you would burn H.A. Goodman and I is a good man. He believes in what he says. He does not say it. For you to just, you don't know anything about his life. Oh, he's so poor, he's got a lot. You don't even know this man's life. You know him, though. And for you to lie and say you don't know someone that you interviewed twice, I have you in my phone, screenshots of you saying, 8 months ago, well, back in September, when we had a conversation about this similar thing when you ran your mouth, and instead of making a video, I talked to you, Jordan Sheridan, you said you liked H.A. Goodman and you liked Tim Black. And you don't know why Jeff Weaver, whatever his name, said those mean things about me on YouTube. And you would never do that to me because you respect me and you don't attack progressive media. We're too small. We need to stick together. Yeah, we do need to stick together, Jordan, until somebody becomes a rat, a scumbag, an errand boy, a ball warmer for his boss who's lying, whose network is lying, in the most important case since the election of Donald Trump, a part of the biggest media entity in independent media that leads to the left, that has an audience that reaches people I could never reach. I can't allow you to do that. You understand me? I can't allow you to get away with it. You know why, man? It's not because I think that I'm Jesse James, dude. It's not because I think I'm the equalizer. I'm not Denzel, man. Oh, you mother. I'm going to put cases. I'm not Denzel, man. It's because somebody got to step up. That's all. I got to do my job. It's more important than us being friends. And if me doing my job and calling out that panel and calling out Jank in New York when he told everybody to circle the wagons behind the same woman he said was a cheater, well, that's what's going to be. I got to call him out. I will call him out again tomorrow. I'll call him out today. When you slam someone like Nico House, a young man working tirelessly to build his name, his brand, who wants to actually be effective, and he's willing to say hard things and make enemies based on truth. Not spite, not ego, but truth. I don't care how good a reporter you are. You ain't a good person. If you're not a good person, I don't want to deal with you, but keep writing. But don't talk to me about you're a good person and I'm a good person. No. It's not about that. It's about the work we do, and you know that. I did my job. You sound like somebody, you sound like one of the cops who defended the brutality done to the native indigenous people at Standing Rock. You're on that side of this, man. Whether you like it or not. Because it's not an opinion. Oh, well, they need to just go home and accept we get to run pipelines through their lands. That's my opinion. No, that's not an opinion. That's a stance that's unethical, disastrous. But that's who you sound like, Jordan. That's who you sound like. You're on that side of this. So what did you really learn at Standing Rock? It's black or white, man. Black or white. Or shut up. You could have chose to mind your business. But you didn't. The same people sticking those hoses on the water protectors had people making excuses for what they were doing. Just like you make excuses for what Jank did. Just like you make excuses for what John Idarola did. Just like you make excuses for Michael Shore and call it just in a different opinion. This is not about a different opinion. Our democracy was stolen. I'm willing to fight for it. I want to get the word out about a case that's been blacked out in the media, and I got the biggest independent media voice speaking against me, parroting talking points to CNN and MSNBC, the people that I need. So when you say, Tim Black, why are you so mad? Because you're supposed to be on my side, dog. You're supposed to be on my side, horse. You're supposed to be on my side because we're on the side of the people. You're on the side of the corporation. And there is no excuse for that. None. And I don't care if you went to Standing Rock. There were other people at Standing Rock. Let them go next time. I don't want a traitor. I don't want a backstabber. I don't want a guy willing to say anything for his boss. I don't want a guy willing to defend wrong actions of a corporation, which is what TYT is. I don't want that guy leading movements. You are compromised. You're easily compromised, sir. See, you gave up something when you became TYT. You gave up your anonymity. You gave up your autonomy. Your autonomy. Yeah. You're not by yourself no more. Autonomy. Yeah. You gave that up, dude. You gave it up. You're now part of an organization that will be criticized from time to time. In this particular case, you weren't even criticized. You just jumped out there. So listen, guys. The DNC fraud lawsuit is a very important lawsuit. It may define the next 20 years, who knows, 30, 50 years of how the Democratic Party holds its primaries. It may set the table for the ability for the next progressive candidate to win. Do you understand? If we can't make them be ethical and unbiased and impartial, how will we ever get Nina Turner elected, or Tulsi Gabbard elected, or Bernie Sanders elected, or anybody else we want elected, if we can't make them do that? And for you to say it's just a different opinion, it's not about being good or bad. It's about being right or wrong. This is too big for you to have a huge audience and you be able to lie to them. This is too big for you to have a huge audience and Jordan be able to carry water for him. I can't change the world, but everyone from the sound of my voice is going to know the truth. And your only recourse is to come get me. That's the only recourse. You're going to have to come get me. And just know, like in the clumps, you can walk over, but you're limping back. Because I ain't alone. Because I don't do this just for me. I align myself with the people, and that's who I speak for. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is we have not just a difference of opinion, a different mode of operation. Some people operate on the level of, I do whatever my boss says. And other people operate on the level of, F that. And you have these moments in your lives, I'm sure. At some point, you have to make decisions about what's important to you and what you're really about. Do you compromise who you are? Think about your own decisions you have to make. It's not always easy. I'm not saying it's easy. All right? All right? You get what I'm saying? Like, think about it. But wrong is wrong. And this is too important for people that get it wrong to be able to go unchecked. You can't go unchecked and get it wrong when you as big as TYT. If TYT was some small little channel, I wouldn't have said anything about them having a panel and got it all wrong. But with size comes responsibility. With success comes responsibility. With power comes responsibility. That's just how it works. And if you can't take that and you got to jump on Facebook and blast that progressive media who called it out, then you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have ulcers and a lot of other stuff. And you might as well just keep your finger ready to record and go live. You need to be going live all the time because I'm not going to stop. And H.A. Goodman's not going to stop. Nico House is not going to stop. And you know what? A lot of other people aren't going to stop either because I'm going to bring other people in. Because unlike TYT, I am willing to share my platform with other voices. I'm going to bring in Zach Holler, and he ain't going to stop. I'm going to bring in Anomaly, and he ain't going to stop. I'm going to bring in Erikel Bloss, and she ain't going to stop. I'm going to bring in the same progressive who I reached out to today after this thing with Jordan and said, look, you know what, sis? I want to apologize to you. I want to mend all fences. I want to bring you back on my show. Clear this all up. I apologize. I want us to team up. I want us to work together. And she responded very warmly. And she ain't going to give up. See, because what you taught me is that all my differences about Bernie ain't shit with her. You taught me that that's nothing compared to the differences I have with corporate independent media like yourself. And whatever we got to get over, we get over it. So that's what Tim Black does. That's what this channel is going to do. That's why we're going to go forward. We will not be stopped. We're going to keep going. And you know what? When I bring Jared back on my show, and this time his beautiful wife Elizabeth back on my show, not just beautiful, intelligent, smart, bright, articulate, powerful, all those things. When I bring the incredible, impeccable Elizabeth Beck and Jared Beck on this show and we break down this case again, we're going to share it, and I'm going to put money behind the video. We're going to reach we can't naturally get the numbers you have because we ain't been selling out, right? But we're going to get some numbers. We're going to get some awareness, and we're going to let people know that this DNC fraud lawsuit is real. It's based on merit. It's not a conspiracy theory. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And we're going to get it out there. That's what's going to happen. So, I don't forgive Jordan Sheridan, folks. I don't look like Nico House. I don't. I wish I could rewind the clock. I'd have to jump back in a freaking time machine to look like Nico House. And when has a person mixed up another person and mentioned that person? Both of them in the same sentence. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Hey, man, that looks like Fred. Hey, Fred and Fred. I thought you was Fred. What kind of craziness is that? People brought that? I thought Tim was Nico. But you said Nico too. Yeah, I know. I said Nico and Tim. But I thought Tim was Nico. Now, shut up, man. Look, you in trouble. You in trouble. And I know you're too above it now. I'm not going to worry about these little independent media guys. It's not, you know what? Don't worry about us. Just look out for us because we're coming. We're coming. We're coming with an army, a progressive army. We're coming. So just be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for my monologue. I'll see you. Let's do this. I said I'll see you. I ain't closing down. I got to go to these phones, man, for somebody hurt me. It's Freedom Friday, like I said earlier, folks. It's your turn to make your case known or say what's on your mind. I appreciate you so much for being here tonight. 319-527-6212. That's the phone number, and I'm going to the first call. Calls will be accepted in the order that they were received. 607. 607, you're live. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Tim. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you.
This is Victor, and I have a theory about what's going on.
Victor Tiffany?
That's right.
Victor Tiffany from Bernie or Bust, right, guys. Give it up for my man Victor Tiffany from Bernie or Bust. Plutocracy. What is it?
You were right. This is a strategic thing that's underway with the TYT. I actually called in because I got a recording of what you said last week. You're absolutely right about this. The TYT is discrediting the lawsuit. They're protecting the Democratic Party. Think about it. You, Nico House, H.A. Goodman, three of the loudest, most confident, and certain voices of Bernie or Bust. This whole idea of we're progressives, we're not going to support neoliberals anymore. Those days are over. We're going to stand on the progressive side of the political spectrum, and we're not supporting mainstream corporate neoliberal Democrats anymore, and we're a threat to the party. Now, this is a consensus that this notion that go along with this, but part of that consensus are those who are stuck within the two-party mental prison. Those who say that you got to do it within the two-party system, just mathematically, if you divide the left, Republicans are going to win. And our position is revolutionary. No, we're going to vote for progressives. We're done voting for the establishment candidates, and that threatens the Democratic Party. So whether the TYT is working in collaboration as part of this Washington consensus, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's just a broad understanding of accepting this notion of what reality is, a two-party system. and they don't want you and H.A. Goodman and Nico House to initiate this strategy of leverage. It is strategic, right? They're willing to go along with the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
And Cenk Uygur was clear about that from the very beginning. He was never Bernie or bust. So this is a theory, but I think this is about an attack on leverage. They know progressive or bust is not over, and you're a threat. Nico House is a threat. H.A. Goodman is a threat. The three loudest voices in the progressive media making the case against Democrats as neoliberals. That's my theory.
Wow, man, Victor. I think you definitely have something there. I don't think it was by accident, like you say. I just don't believe it. I believe it was strategic, and they tried to do a good job, but they underestimated us, Victor. Plutocracy, revolt against plutocracy. They underestimated that we have a fan base that will fight for us.
I don't know why they ought to even continue with neoliberals anymore. It's astonishing to me, given how dangerous they are to the climate, to labor, to broad environmental concerns. The whole thing that makes the Clinton, Obama, Booker wing of the party so disgusting and just not worthy of support. You got to fear the Republicans. Those days are over. It's a revolutionary conviction that holds. It transcends Bernie or bust. It's just going to continue. And you, H.A. Goodman, and Nico House are three of the loudest, largest alternative progressive voices in the media articulating that position. That's my theory. They are trying to undermine you as a voice, Nico and H.A., because we threaten chances of the Democratic Party winning when we say, no, we're not going to support any more of these corporate establishment Democrats.
Hey, look, Victor, man, I appreciate your comments, brother. What do you have going on now, Victor? Are you still active, or do you have a new think tank, or what's going on?
Well, we did this every 4 years because, it's an awful lot of time to put in during the campaign year and a half. And what we're working on now is a Revolt Against Plutocracy YouTube channel where we can defend the revolution, interview revolutionaries, just defend ourselves in the media like we were not able to do in 2016, because we're coming back. This is leverage. We're so far ahead of where we were 4 years ago at this time, right? We started this from scratch. We had no playbook. We had no history books. We made it up as we go. Now we have experience under our belt. We have a following already. And we threaten the Democratic Party establishment. We threaten the only people we don't threaten in the Democratic Party are genuine progressives. Justice Democrat is weak tea. You want to put some teeth to it, Cenk? Make it Justice Democrats or bust. And he won't, because he doesn't have the spine, or give him the benefit of the doubt. He's convinced the two-party system is just the way it's going to be, and there's no breaking out of that mental prison.
Thank you, Victor Tiffany. I appreciate you, man. Everybody go find Revolt Against Plutocracy on YouTube. Victor, man, just so people know, look, go find that YouTube for me, guys. Victor Tiffany was my first interview along the Bernie lines when I first got started, and was in the Examiner, if I'm not mistaken, or the Inquisitor, one of those. And if I met you in Philly, part of the reason why I met you in Philly, all these great people out there, Wolfpack, is because I went to speak at the Bernie or Bust rally, and that was my opportunity. So much came from that. First of all my people that helped me fund that, who helped get me to Philly, that Bernie or Bust rally sort of changed my life, because I got to meet so many great people, friends I'll know for my entire life. And I got to meet and also work on some panels with Debbie, with Lee Camp, with Victor Tiffany, with Yane Indigo, with Jill Stein. I can't forget that. And just so many great things. Michael Salomon, Benjamin Dixon, So anyway, please go find me. Vote Against Plutocracy on YouTube, guys. Let me go to the next call. Thank you for holding on. 917. You're live with Tim Black, Freedom Friday.
Yo, Tim Black. It's your boy KJ from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
I love it, KJ. Man, I've been missing you, bro. I'm glad you're well. I hope that you're healthy and well, man. What's going on, KJ?
You know what? I haven't called in a while, and that's because I've been so busy, thank God. I mean, at this point, I tell people Donald Duck could be president. As long as rich people are spending money, I'm good.
I understand the economics of that. You're in the retail business, right?
Listen, trickle down is my existence. People that say trickle down doesn't work, well, clearly they've never walked a foot in my shoes. That's for sure.
I feel you, man.
But but just wanted to shout out to you. I haven't heard on any of the mainstream media outlets a peep about the fraud, so as the whole suit or any of this. So it just, listen, at this point, see what I try to explain to people, when people still come up to me and still ask me how the hell Trump won. And if people don't see how easy it was because of the dysfunction of the DNC, and once they, found out that info with Debbie Wasserman, with that inside stuff with Donna Brazil and screwing Bernie, we knew we had it locked, bro. We just knew it because, it's so obvious. And what's really sad, and you know what, listen, I'm in New York City, bro. I got all kinds of friends. I got all kinds of political affiliation friends, different backgrounds, whatever. But at least amongst me and my friends, we respect each other in the sense that they know I'm a Trump guy. They know, but it's just like we're not obnoxious about it. But I have to tell you, the Democrats, if they ever want to get, anything going for themselves again, they got to do what the Republicans did. Now, what the Republicans realized is they said, we got nothing. We got shit. Nobody has a good candidate. So if Trump is going to get there, we're going to see if he can make it. And if he gets there, we're going to back the people who are backing him. And the Democrats did just the opposite. They totally basically spit in the face of all those people that supported Bernie and tried to just basically tell you, no, we know better what's good for you. And in this day and age, with everything that's going on, with everyone's ability with media and information, you can't be bamboozling people anymore. And I just feel that's, and Hillary going on TV the other day and popping off about how she had it in the bag. And it's like, really? You still aren't even accepting? You still are, because the day she admits that she lost because of the decisions they made by screwing Bernie, that's the day the Democrats will be able to get their crap back together. Bro. But that's all I wanted to say, man. It's all good, like for me and my people and my party, because if they keep this going, it's going to be a cakewalk for another 4 years.
I love how you speak that truth, KJ, man. I appreciate you. I wish I could get these neoliberals and these corporate Democrats to get their act together and listen to you. You're saying the exact same thing that HA says in every video. Every video, that's what HA says. Every video. If you don't change, you're going to have another 4 years of Trump. Count on it. And they, instead of saying he's got a point, this makes sense, you can't shit on people, you can't spit on them, you can't step on the people, they blame HA. When I say, I put out 100 videos, Hillary's not going to win. She's a horrible candidate. She can't win. She's horrible. Bernie's the best choice. The best choice. This is where he is. This is where Trump is. He's up here. Trump's down here. Hillary's down here. Trump's right here. And they go, it's your fault if she loses. I'm reporting you reality. I'm not creating reality. I'm reporting reality. Next call. Thank you, KJ. 815, you're live. Freedom Friday. Hello.
Hey, Tim Glass. This is Elaine Bennett from Illinois.
Oh, Elaine Bennett, my friend. What's up, Elaine Bennett? It's been a while. It's good to hear from you.
Oh, I know, and I've missed you so much. I haven't been able to keep up with your schedule too much because I don't have my internet anymore. I get a little bit of free Wi-Fi now and then.
Okay.
And I try to cram all your stuff in so I can see what's going on. I wish I would have missed Jordan's little video, but I didn't. And well, first I want to say that I appreciate you more and more and more all the time, watching your videos and listening to your response in your video today and in what you said tonight. You're not stupid to that level. And all they're doing, you know, I look at it this way. Gordon's bowing to his masters, and bootlickers are only good at destroying their own watch. Plain and simple. And when they start being the evil one, and people will start seeing who they are. And they'll start losing. They'll start losing people. And I hope I'm around to see it happen. I'm a 60-year-old tree hugger who's been sharpening my pitchfork. It's so bad. I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight. The DNC fraud lawsuit. The outcome will affect our future primaries. It will affect the election for years to come. And we, you know, we have to be ready for whichever way it goes. And I'm worried because I don't believe in our justice system anymore. So it's got me worried. I just hope and pray that I don't know, that they'll do the right thing.
Well, look, I'm with you. I hope they do the right thing too. I hope that the evidence is irrefutable, and they just have to tell the truth and do the right thing. I mean, we'll see, and I'll definitely keep you updated, sis. I will.
Well, I believe in you, and I trust in you, and anybody that's been with you for even just a little while can see what's in your heart. And I'm just sorry that happened. I'm really sorry that happened, and I hope it doesn't affect you. I hope it doesn't eat at you too much, because I mean, you know, hey, Elizabeth Warren, I mean, look what she did. We lose some people all the time. Progressives, some people just say they're progressives, but they're not. They're just doing it to get somewhere where they don't belong, and they won't get there. Not in the end.
Well, look,
thank you for being you, and my love to the Wolfpack. I miss you guys so much. I miss chat so much. Hang in there, guys. Keep it real, and peace.
Peace to you, Elaine.
And I'll be listening to you. I'll be listening to you, Tim. Love you.
Love you back. Love you back, sis. That's Elaine Bennett. She's a friend of the show. She's been a friend of the show for a long time. She's been supporting the show by checking it out. And, you know, Elaine, when I had Jared back on the show and we were talking about the DNC lawsuit, and it was a moment in the video. If you get an opportunity, please check it out. Watch the entire interview. There's a moment when we start talking about the people who gave to Bernie Sanders. And we're not talking rich people. We're talking people who gave when they really don't have it to give. I mean, not really. You know, like they could have bought an extra couple bags of groceries, or extra bag maybe, extra bag of groceries, or I don't know, something for the kids. You know, stop by the Red Box outside the Walmart, filled up the tank again instead. But they put that money into the hands of Bernie because they believed that it was fair. You know, and we have independent. Like, where's your heart, man? If you say that's just donations, it's donations with a purpose from an organization that says that they have impartial elections. It's about our democracy, and you say donations are just donations, and then you criticize. Then I'm a liar. You equate me to. I don't even want to disparage anybody, man. I don't want to put anybody else's name, but you're comparing me to a liar and a thief because I call that out. That donations, when these guys say donations are donations, it's just donations. You can't get money back on donations. Fraud is fraud. Let me go to the next call. 814. Thank you for holding on. It's Freedom Friday.
Hey, Tim. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I know
Good. This is Terry from North Central Pennsylvania. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Hey, Terry.
Glad to see you back. Glad to be back. I see you on Twitter all the time, but I haven't called in lately.
Welcome back, Terry.
Yeah. What I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight is, what can we do, about the DNC lawsuit? This is so important. I think that, a lot of us probably feel that we're just little people and, we can't do anything. Well, we can. I think it's incumbent upon all of us to spread the word as best we can on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, everywhere we can to get the word out, because there are so many people who don't even know what's happening. And, I'm one of those people you were just talking about. I am a retired English teacher, and, I gave when I really didn't have, it hurt me to give. I gave up some dinners out. I gave up, some things, but I really believed in our cause. And I gave freely, but I thought I was giving to an honest cause. And to find out that I wasn't, that just burns my ass. I am just incensed. And how Debbie Wasserman Schultz can sit there and smugly say, well, it doesn't matter. Donation's donation. It just fires me up. I'm just so angry. And, you're right. We need justice. And, you inspired me, Tim. Right now I'm in the process of starting my own little YouTube channel. I hope I can get a few followers. And, I think we all need to do what we can, just to get the word out. And, I think that would be a very good first start, and if anybody is confident enough to write some articles, write to your local paper, write to everyone, put it online, and, we'll get the word out. We have to have heart. We know that our cause is just. We know that we were defrauded. And, we need to stand strong in the face of the people who will denigrate us and just keep moving forward.
I love it, Terry. And you know what? I support your efforts on YouTube. Let us know once you set up the page, the channel. Let me know. We'll shout it out on the show. We'll get you some subscribers and get started.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, hey, I'm going to free it up for somebody else. So love you, Tim. And you hang in and keep doing what you're doing.
I love you back, Terry. Thank you so much. Come on, now. You're part of the Wolf Pack. Membership comes with privileges. Portia Bolger, she reached out to me on Twitter. I love Portia Bolger. I had her on this show. And she had her moment that everyone talks about, where she said, I don't give a F about Donald Trump, okay? But what they don't listen to, like that's catchy, right? Portia Bolger worked for years for unions, for working class people. And she worked with people on issues to make their lives better. And she did that within the Democratic Party. And she wants her party back. She wants it what it used to be. She wants it transformed from this monstrosity. And I thought about her when I was doing the interview with Jared Beck, and I thought about all these people who feel hijacked. Lives, man. People's lives dedicated. I'm telling you, man, John Iadarola and this guy Shore and Michael Shore, whatever his name is, these guys are scum. Or either that or they know not what they do. But to say that this is nothing? Republicans cheated somebody. The Republican Party cheated Republicans back in 1988 when Bush and McGovern ran. What the hell has that got to do 30 years later with this party? What's that got to do with this party, the 2016 election? Oh, okay, I get it. So this person got away with stealing something 30 years ago. He punched somebody or he stole a car, so now we could just steal cars. We want to make a rule, since they got away with stealing a car, we should just be able to steal cars now. Yeah, we should just do what they did 30 years ago. Yeah. Well, you know what? We got the internet now. Doofus. I'm going to go to the next call. 484. How you doing, 484?
Hello, Tim Black. This is actually Jared. Not the Jared you interviewed, but this is a somewhat long-time listener, first-time caller. How you doing today?
Man, hey, Jared, how you doing, man? Thank you for calling in, first-time caller. I appreciate you, Jay. What's up?
Nothing much. I'm very interested in this lawsuit that's going on, and it seems like only your show and Jimmy Dore's Aggressive Progressive are the only two shows that have really been covering it. There's been a total blackout on it from all the other progressive, shows I've been listening to. And just TYT, I think, I've known for a while now that TYT is becoming just totally establishment in their programming. And it seems to be getting only worse and worse as time goes on. And I think that we need to just move on beyond TYT and just, we need to create a solid coalition of just progressive, like you and H.A. Goodman, Jimmy Dore, Sing Progressive, Lee Cam, Ben Dixon. We just need to all get together, and we just have got to stop giving our money to these frauds. Anybody who doesn't cover the DNC lawsuit or doesn't talk about the Syrian false flag, I mean, we all know that was a total false flag. There was no way you're telling me that a week after Donald Trump said there's going to be no regime change in Syria, and then all of a sudden there's a chemical attack. And I just can't believe that people are falling for it. And I'm just I feel like I'm the only person around where I live. Are you people living in a fairy tale land? I don't care about the NFL. I care about, the actual issues, man. I don't care about, what's in the news. This is my life. The DNC for me is the Super Bowl, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's I feel like I'm crazy. Or just trying to fight this. I don't know.
I hear you, Jared. I do, man.
What's your take there?
Hey, man, Jared, man, I feel you. It's a little hard to hear you on the line now, but I agree with you. It is a big, humongous deal. And the people that, as far as the blackout, man, I don't know what to tell you. I will keep covering it. I know Jimmy will keep covering it. H.A. Goodman's covering it. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman as well, and if you get an opportunity, bro. All right, Jared?
Yeah.
All right, Captain. I'm going to have to let you go, but thank you.
It's getting hard to.
Yeah, it's okay, man. Thank you, Jared. Give it up for Jared's call, man. Ladies and Wolfpack. I'm just going to say Wolfpack. I won't be so formal. Ladies and gentlemen, Wolfpack, what's up? Let me go to the next call, man. Get to some of these calls. We got a lot of people in the queue. I want to get to everybody. 562, you're live with Tim Black, Freedom Friday.
Hey, what's up, Tim Black? This is Marvin from California.
What's up, Marvin? How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. I'm a person, I don't really like to brag on, stuff I do. And I recently became a patron for you. You're the first and the only, thus far, person who I've contributed to Patreon. And hearing your monologue, see, I caught a little the aftermath of what your monologue was about on Twitter earlier, but I had to leave to pick up my kids. And by the time I got home, the show was on, and I caught your monologue. And hearing hearing what you said, how that all went down, made me all the more glad that I became a Patreon. Man, Tim Black, excuse me, as I've always said, I appreciate your show. I appreciate what you do, and I'm gonna support the person or people soon to be, but I'm gonna support the person for now who I know who is coming from the heart, who is only about putting out the truth. And as a brother, as a black man myself, really appreciating the fact that you're trying to put the message out to black people specifically about the DNC, about the DNC they ain't did nothing. They're not trying to do nothing for people of color. I appreciate that. And as I said, I'm so very glad. I was angry listening to the words you were saying, but in my heart, I was warm and happy. Like, man, I'm so glad that I chose now to help this brother out. And Tim Black, man, I keep doing what you do, bro. I love you. Peace.
Thank you, Marvin, man. I appreciate you more than you know, man. That's deep, man. You guys don't know. I wanna wake so many. Look, man, you know my show. I do my show for everybody, right? But I keep telling people, and I don't just say this because I think it's a catchphrase, and I don't say it. I damn sure don't. Please don't think I say it to divide you or divide us. When I say that my main top goal, of course I want to speak truth. Of course I want to excite people and inspire people, motivate people. When I say my top goal is to get black folks to stop just automatically voting Democrat, that's important for everyone. You see, because if the Democrats can continue to say, oh, man, we ain't got to do that. We got black people because we 94%, 95%, 93% vote for Democrats no matter who's running, then they can get away with a lot of garbage. Get what I'm saying? They have to hold them accountable. They have to be educated to what's going on. And it's hard to do in a system that has been historically racist, where people have lost faith. And if you just demonize Republicans to an extent where they're just like, oh man, you either vote for the Klan, which is what they tell you the Republicans are, or vote for not the Klan. What would you vote for? Seriously, vote for axe murderer or not an axe murderer. That is the narrative that is given to black folks by MSNBC, by CNN. Do you understand what I'm saying? And also by TYT. So I need to educate them to say, you know what? It's okay to go third party. It's okay to sit out if we have to. It's okay to go progressive independent party. Because unless we can at least look like we're going to do that, Democrats can just go, well, we know we got these guys. We ain't got to change nothing. We got Van Jones up there. We got Snoop Dogg up there lying. We got D.L. Hughley saying what we want to say, forgetting all our corruption. We got Beyonce singing songs to him. You get what I'm saying? And those people who don't know they're being lied to think I'm the bad guy. So when Marvin calls up and tells me he got my back, he understands what I'm trying to do, he realizes it's not for me, it's just what I see as a way forward, I appreciate it so much, man. And it's not about division. It's just about what I see going on after looking at politics for the last 3 years. It's what I see. If you already know you got someone to go home with, you ain't got to try to talk to nobody. You get what I'm saying? That's the Democrats. Next call. I got an anonymous phone call, but I'm going to take it because I'm a brave man. You're live with Tim Black Freedom Friday.
Hi, Tim. It's Abon.
I thought that was you, man. What's up, Bon? How you doing, man? Abon in the house.
Good. This has been a rough night for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, what I really like about the whole demonetization thing about YouTube is people who are the truth tellers in the independent media community, they didn't fold. They asked for help because they needed help. They didn't start shilling for the establishment or going towards like MSNBC, CNN. You guys kept doing exactly what you guys have always been doing. You didn't change to get more views. And this thing that TYT did is exactly the same thing that mainstream media did to them, and they got famous. Now they're doing this to you again because they did this to you and HA 6 to 7 months ago. And I'm doing more research on it because I just compiled a little video of their first smear campaign and their current smear campaign. But the thing is, they took their video down, the one that they did 7 months ago. And this one, of course, they didn't do on YouTube. They did on Facebook. Anyways, I want to go after playing this compilation. It's only a minute 40 seconds, but here we go.
No, but there are certain people, certain outlets that have kind of preyed upon misinformation.
Preying on people's anger. What they're doing is preying on people who are frustrated based on preying on people's anger.
And I'm pointing out certain things that we're saying. That person is H.A. Goodman, who has become a very popular figure on what I call the fringe left.
So there's individuals, and I'm just going to say it. I don't know them. Nothing against them personally. There's individuals like H.A. Goodman, who is a blogger or a commentator or whatever.
Hey, it's Jordan with TYT Network, Monday, June 20th. And by popular demand, I've tracked down columnist and journalist H.A. Goodman.
What I deem as propaganda.
But I have worked for propaganda media before.
And that's a problem, because, look, we've got an issue here with clickbait media, right? Especially when it comes to new media.
To get clicks.
And have put out stories and put out narratives that aren't necessarily true.
You know what's harder? To be factual. You know what's harder? To add context. I think that there are people claiming to be progressive in media that are not progressive.
I know you're an actual progressive who's getting a lot of shit done. A lot of shit that they don't like, which is A-okay with me. So where can people find out more of your...
Anyways, that's it. Anyone can see the video. I put it up on YouTube. And it's funny because you don't realize that there's videos out there of them saying it before, and they just left themselves open to this thing that we did exactly with Hillary Clinton when, you know, all her flip-flopping and all this other stuff. Anyways, that's it. I want to hear other callers. Thanks. I love what you do. Keep doing it.
Thank you, Abon, for the donation via Super Chat. Thank you for that video, sir. Thank you for being my friend and being a part of my mastermind group, man, and for all the work we're doing and what we're putting together with BrightPathMedia.net. We're going to build it. And thank you, bro, for just being who you are, man. I appreciate you, man. That's an excellent video. I'm going to share the hell out of that video as soon as this show is over. You never heard of H.A. Goodman. You know, that's kind of scary, guys. Hold on, callers. I hope my callers can hear that. God, I hope my callers can hear that. I hope they could. I think they could. Did you hear Jordan say he didn't know who H.A. was? He said he didn't know me. He said, I don't know these guys. He said he didn't know Nico. Then he said I don't know what it is. He said he didn't know what H.A. did. So that's a little tactic they use to minimize you. You know, that's what the elite people do, you know? They act like they don't know you, like you're too small to be known. They go, oh, hey, this person said this about you. It's like what rappers do. Rappers do it a lot. Like if you're Nicki Minaj and somebody put out a diss track about you or something. Hey, Nicki Minaj, this person put out, Remy Ma put out a diss track against you. Remy who? I don't know who this is. Lord, I don't know who this is. Get it? It's to marginalize the person, to say that they're irrelevant. That's what Jordan tried to do here. He lied right there, guys. And so I don't know how people are taking the rest of it, but people don't know. It's like all things. It's like mainstream media lies to them. I'm trying to tell people that I strongly feel on many issues TYT is mainstream media, but they're worse. They're worse than mainstream media because they have gotten the trust of progressives. That's valuable real estate because we are the most energized group on the left or right. Well, maybe the right. I don't know about Tea Party. Tea Party is pretty active, but you understand what I'm saying? They have co-opted the movement and they're trying to lull it to sleep. They're sitting around and doing it. You're getting very sleepy. Look at it, point. Look at it. You're getting very sleepy. Oh. Until you're in that sunken place. Sunken place. Like in Get Out. And it's over. Let me go to the next call. I love it. 712. You're live on Freedom Friday. Who's this?
Hello?
Hey. Hello, Vita. Hello, Vita. Vita. I know your voice. Vita. All right, I'll try to come back. 11111. You're live with Tim Black Freedom Friday.
Hello, Tim Black. This is your friend Thomas Solomon from Lansing, Michigan.
What's up, Thomas, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
I'm surviving, man. I got a lot of Wolfpack people like you, Thomas, calling up, man. I'm going to be okay, man. What's on your mind? Anything?
Yeah. Two topics. Jordan Sheridan from the Young Turks and the DNC lawsuit. In my opinion, I believe that the TYT management wants to get on the mainstream media gravy train. They want to get like a contract for MSNBC or CNN to do topics that they don't really think they have the place to do them. And that's why Jordan tried to link you and HA and Nico to defame you, because you actually speak the truth, and they want to continue the mainstream media bullshit narrative that is obviously completely false, and that ties into the DNC lawsuit. This is the most important case politically in this entire century, with not like the 21st century, but like within 100 years. If this case is going to set a precedent for everything going forward, if the judge has the balls to actually go with the letter of the law. They took donations under false pretenses, and that's fraud. Just want to say, we'll love the Wolfpack. Have a good night.
Thank you, Thomas, man. I appreciate you. Spot on call. I love it. I would not be surprised, Thomas. I would not be surprised, sir, if a year from now, Jordan Sheridan is right here on my show. He's no longer with TYT, and he's telling you, I lied. I did this because of Jank. I do not doubt it for a second. I believe it can happen. Redemption, my brother. Redemption. Don't let it take a year. Come to your senses next month. Look in the mirror and hate that person who's a lying sack of shit and say, you know what? It ain't worth it. And then come be a part of real independent media where we don't lie. No amount of money to lie, sir. None. I'm going to go to the next call, man. Thank you so much, Thomas, for putting it down. Wow. 615, you're live to Black Freedom Friday.
Yes, sir, Tim, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Everybody's asking you that.
That's okay, brother. Who's this?
Well, This is Chad from Tennessee.
Chad, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Oh, not much, man, dude. I saw you had posted the thing, and you were live, and you were upset, man. It was cool to see for the fact of, I think people need that. People need for people to call people out. And what I noticed too is that when Jordan did his little apology letter, he said, quote, he said, "But we can't be blinded by anger and frustration that we start attacking people on the same side," which is the problem, period. It's because it's this two-party politic, and we talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. So everybody's on point there. It's the two-party system. Everybody thinks, okay, well, I have to protect this whole side. It's like the police, rather than being able to call out the bad issues, the bad problems within it, and address it openly. Anyways, so I thought that was interesting, but I actually really think is that they're probably really jealous of Jimmy Dore and what you guys are doing, because of the response that you guys are having is the response that really is what they want, and I've noticed that they started putting Jimmy Dore on a little more, because I'm sure that people are like, why isn't Jimmy Dore on there? And I could tell there's always a little friction. It's not the same as it was during the primaries when Jimmy Dore was on there. But the other thing I was just going to mention, last week they were talking about the whistleblowers and what you thought about, tattling on a fellow person or whatnot, a fellow student. And what my whole take was, when whistleblowers are, it's not tattling on a fellow student. That's actually telling on the teacher, telling on the principal, the people that are supposed to be looking out for the interests of everyone. So whistleblowers need to be protected. People that have information or have the dirt to get some of these people, the shame that they deserve. And I think that's the way we have to do it. We have to start at the top, and that's the way we're going to have to bring the right with the left and the left with the right, is we're going to have to call out our own shit on each side. And then we're going to have to say the top elite, the top people that are involved in all this, BS, is we have to put them on blast. And we have to do it organized, strategically, and say, here, we're going to meet in the middle. If we call out our side, it's going to, especially, if the left actually condemns Hillary Clinton, because the left hasn't condemned Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Once they really do that, then the right's going to be like, okay. Because they love to
90 seconds.
They're right about certain Obama issues. They're right about, Hillary Clinton. They believe in WikiLeaks. So even then, to get them on the WikiLeaks thing, it's like the whole Muslim scare. If they believe in the propaganda with the media, then they should believe where Qatar and Saudi Arabia are funding ISIS, because it says it in WikiLeaks, where they're funding ISIS, and Hillary Clinton and Obama are sanctioning that, even though they know that, because of the pipeline in Syria. Blah, blah, blah.
60 seconds.
That is the seed that's planted already in the right. Once we can let that seed or water that specific seed, then I think we're going to get people on board. But the left, that's the problem, is like, that's the perfect opportunity for the left to meet the right. But, this is where the problem is. It's like the TYT, is they think, oh, if we call out these DNC, if we call out, then it's going to hurt us here. And that's the problem. That's what's hurting people. It's the same cognitive dissonance that police have, or that Christians have. And obviously not everybody, not, right. Individual people are individual people, but you understand.
Right.
But
institutions.
Just saying, man, I know I ran always, that's what it's for, but appreciate you. And I think
10 seconds.
We got to get to the point where, again, that panel, everybody's been talking about that. I'm trying to organize something right now to put it together to be able to fund, because it would be cool to have some sort of convention or something to raise money, to fly you guys out there and really put together the panel of the narrative, because that's the framing is everything. The way that you and HA and Jimmy Dore frame it, that's the narrative. That's what people need to see and understand in order to move forward, to progress. So we have different leaders with the same message, articulating in a specific language to each demographic, basically. So, anyways, man, thank you a lot. Do your thing and stay pissed off and let them know that they're being babies. They can't live up to their own words.
I love it, man. Thank you, Chad, man. I appreciate you. Great analogies too. Look, guys, look at the analogy here. So let me get this right. Let me paraphrase what Chad said. He said, guys, and this is a good one, but I'm gonna put it another way. So you mean to tell me these Democrats, such as TYT, not just them, but a lot of them, but we're gonna go with TYT because that's the subject. What the hell? We already in it. Might as well stay in it, right? We're already in the fight. Look, they love calling out police corruption. Right? They love calling out police corruption. They're through 100 videos on police corruption. How police brutalize a black guy, brutalize a black young man, brutalize a black woman, brutalize a white guy, brutalize a Latino brother, brutalize an indigenous person, Native American, Asian, what have you, Latino, what have you. Right? What is that really, though? That's officers, right? Refusing to do what? Check their own. Why? To protect the establishment, right? It's not just about that officer. You think they care about that officer? No, they care about the association. They care about the organization. They care about the badge. The badge is the association, the organization, the Fraternal Order of Police. They care about the police union. They care about the perception of the establishment. But they love to point fingers over there. But when they call out these same liberals who do that, do they call out the corruption in their own party? No. And they do it for the same reason as cops. They do it as the same reason as an automobile manufacturer or whoever, any other employee of an organization that knows something needs to be done and they hide behind it. They're just as bad as Fox News. And everybody who knew that Bill O'Reilly was handsy, right, and didn't say crap to help those ladies. If that happened, as may be alleged, but I think maybe if there's something to it, You get what I'm saying? That's the same thing that Jank's doing. That's the same thing. Defending wrong activity to protect an organization is bad business. And the only people that aren't prone to it are independent people. And when you look at a case like a shooting, you're independent. You see it. You're not defending the association. You're looking at what happened. I'm going to go to the next call because we're running out of time. I want to try to get everybody in. 803, you're live on Freedom Friday. How you doing?
Hey, Tim. This is Jonathan Melton from South Carolina.
Hey, well, Jonathan, man.
Calling in.
Welcome, brother. How you doing, Jonathan? Glad to have you, bro.
Hey, yeah, this is my first time calling in, man. I had a couple of things to say. The first thing was, of course, this bullcrap that's going on between all of a sudden Jordan feels like he has to come across some sideways at progressives for some reason, and I just it really, I know it hurt your feelings, but it really hurt my feelings. I mean, deep down to the core, that he would do this and try to divide progressives. We already divided enough. I mean, that's what I was just trying to get across on that point. I also think crap about him not knowing is just a blatant lie, because throughout his entire rant, he says, no sellouts, 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 no sellouts. And what is your name of your show? No sellouts. So, I mean, there's a little subconscious going on there. I don't know, but it sounds like he's talking about Tim Black.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I'm with you. I agree with you, brother. You got it right there. Keep going if you want.
All right. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I had to say on that, man. I mean, I could go on all night, but I had a couple other things I wanted to bring up that are kind of like of a local significance.
Give me your best one, bro.
All right, we had a local election here in South Carolina in SC District 5, and we had a Democratic progressive candidate named Alexis Frank, and she was plowed by the Democrats here in South Carolina, not given any money, thrown to the dogs, and still got 5,000 votes.
Wow.
And she put a video out of kind of like her concession speech, whatnot. And in her concession speech, she mentioned our local Green candidate and said, if you feel like you need to vote for our local Green candidate, go ahead and do that. And that's the third thing I wanted to kind of talk about and to bring up real quick is that here in South Carolina District 5, we have a full-fledged Green candidate and in the Deep South, you know. So this is a rare thing for us to get. And his name is David Colma, and he is trying to get as much support as he can. And I'm doing all I can. I'm trying to get his name out there, and that's all I had to say. I mean, that's all I know what to say. I mean, I'm just trying to get his name out there and spread the progressive cause, man. And of course, I really appreciate you. And I appreciate the chat room. I appreciate this entire movement. I appreciate you reconciliating city. I mean, that's just so heartening for me, man. I love to see people coming together. And when I see our movement coming together, it makes me nothing but happy. And it makes me very positive looking forward that we can actually win this next 2020 coming up. I think we can do something, man. And we need to get some kind of charity, some kind of crowdfunding, some kind of something together to get you, the same progressive, all these independent media people down to PIP, the Progressive Independent Party. And we need to get those votes. We need to do it. We have to do it. You are our guiding light, and we have to have it, man. And that's all I had to say.
Man, Jonathan, man, you too kind, brother. Thank you so much for that call. Brother he's got a warm heart, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep going, guys. Let me try to get as many calls. I'll comment more later. That's amazing, John. That's amazing, Jonathan. Hey, 314, you're live on Freedom Friday.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? You're live at Don Bay.
Hey, Tim, it's Dimebag for the great state of Missouri. What's going on tonight?
My man. What's going on, Don Bay, man? I'm good, bro. I'm hanging in there. They tried to hurt me, but I'm still here, man. I'm a little, I'm a little damaged, but I'm good.
I seen it, man. I seen it. I just started laughing at the whole thing. And when I seen the response videos from you and H.A. Goodman, the first thing that popped in my head was the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre video from the first Chronic album, that Dre Day. That's the first thing that popped in my head after I seen y'all response. It's silly, man. It's crazy, but it tells you, man, those sellouts, people love it because they watch it too. They watch No Sellouts.
Wow.
That's the only reason why he made that video. And for Jordan Sheridan, I'm just going to quote Project Pat because men do what they want and boys do what they can. And what I seen when I watched that Jordan Sheridan video, he looked like a little boy. And the whole time, I'm thinking, he boinking that little pretty blonde that he be having in his videos. He being boinked. I guarantee you Jimmy Dore wouldn't have made no video like that. Jank wouldn't have never asked Jimmy Dore to make no video like that.
Nope.
Why ask Jimmy Dore when I got a bitch over here there to do it? That's just my perspective. That's just my perspective. That's what I seen from the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. Jane called him up and said, hey, make this video. Sell your soul. Pledge your loyalty to me. Disgrace yourself. His credibility is done. Do he know how many people? Do he really? They had no clue have no clue of how many people like you and H.H. Goodman. I've been seeing videos all over the internet. I seen videos talking about if you didn't come to the defense of H.A. Goodman, they was gonna come after you because they know y'all homeboys.
Right. And like, I don't want to cut in on your time, so I'll give you an extra time. I gotta tell you this, Bombay. I'm pissed off that he even tried to extend that fig leaf to me, trying to act like what he did was an accident with me, as if I was going to be like, oh, okay, we good. What? H.A.'s my homie. We work together constantly. That's my friend. I wouldn't do that. Oh, now you act like it was an accident with me. So that's supposed to be strategic? Like I'm going to leave him out there while you lie and throw dirt on him? Whatever, dude. That to me was very disrespectful, son, because I'm not that type of person. All right.
I might not be the brightest crayon in the box, but I ain't the dullest neither. I seen both videos with H.A. Goodman on his show, he on your show. Now he acting like he don't know who y'all is. Hey, it's only a matter of time before somebody be calling and be like, hey, we want to buy No Sellout. All it did was confirm everything. Everything y'all said Monday, all Jordan did was came out and validated that. And this is why we have to purge these people. It's very important. They just showed their true color. They don't give a shit about the movement. They trying to get paid. And Jordan Sherrington just sold his soul. If there ever is one. But he just sold out. That's why he can't never come on the Monday show. That's all I got to say. Say the resistance, not that corporate media. Tim, keep your head up, brother. It's a good thing. Y'all been validated. It's a threat. They scared of us. They scared of you. They don't want to get your word out. Say the resistance, not that corporate Democrat media stuff. And Jordan Sheridan, all I can say is you would just remind me of that little small clip in the South Park movie when the devil and Saddam Hussein went to bed and he stuck that ding-ding in his butt and he said, oh, you like that, don't you, bitch? Yeah. Tell him, send Emma my way. I show what a real man is.
Oh.
Peace, I'm out.
God. Ow, Jordan. This is going up on the internet. Oh, God. Oh, I bet you know what? If Jordan did a live show, first of all, he couldn't, because it would be a lot of people calling and giving him grief. But they wouldn't be saying that about me. They wouldn't say that about me, because I'm not a fraud. And I like the fact that they underestimated H.A. Goodman. They thought H.A. Goodman was soft. H.A. Goodman said, Tim Black, I put out a video every day. I might put out 2 forever. They don't know who they messing with. Hit me now.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
314. Oh, my bad. 917. 917, you're live. Freedom Friday. How you doing?
Tim, hi. It's Lisa Berry from New York City. How are you?
Lisa's in the house. I'm doing good. New York City, Lisa. How are you?
I'm all right. I just want to say that I think what Jordan did was an abomination. I was outraged. I was disgusted. I couldn't even watch the whole thing, frankly. Midway through, I had enough with the crap. And one of the reasons is because, well, first of all, he's talking about really good people who I love, and I just want to interject my heartfelt apologies to you and H.A. and Nico, because this is not about any of you. You know, people project onto other people their own shit. So this is not about you, but still, it hurts, I'm sure. So I want to just give my heartfelt apologies for the whole episode. But why it was another level of abomination is because he was, I don't know the word to use, he was leeching on to a problem that already exists within the progressive community lately, which is attacking each other, which frankly I don't understand, because really we should be able to disagree and have discussion. And instead, there's a lot of attack, and a lot of Bernie supporters are sounding to me like Hillary supporters. I don't know if you remember my call from months ago. I was talking about how I was attacked day and night by Hillary supporters. But Jordan did the epitome of that. He's on a news show that gets a lot of views, talking about good people, and he's splitting the people. And that is the thing that people in power, that is like the number one way that they get even more power, is divide and conquer. You know, and I agree with you. I think this was, very planned by Cenk. I don't have evidence to this, but, Cenk came from mainstream media. He claimed he left because of integrity issues, blah, 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 blah. But we don't really know that. He had a lot of friends over at MSNBC. We don't know what the deal was. And all I know is I stopped watching him when New York, in the primary, the minute New York happened, he went right over to the Hillary side. Really? Because already Arizona happened, the fraud was immense. Already Iowa happened, and the fraud was immense. And New York, and I'm a New Yorker, the fraud was immense. I was also an observer for the affidavit ballots. I couldn't even begin to tell you what wasn't covered by the media in the fraud in New York. And instead of saying that, instead of Cenk saying there is so much fraud that we need to focus on that and even stick further together to support Bernie, he never mentioned the fraud, ever. And he's over to Hillary's side. Something's very wrong with that. And even if the election hadn't been fraudulent, it was just way too soon not to be suspect.
Absolutely.
So that was when I left him and I knew there was a problem. But he didn't call out the fraud in the election. He also, and I don't want to open up a can of worms because I don't know your thoughts on it, but, the minute Pizzagate hit the news, he immediately denounced it. Oh, it's such a lie. It's ridiculous. But what he's not doing is journalism, which is, really, you have an opinion so fast? Have you done any investigation at all? Because there's a lot to investigate, not only in this country, but worldwide. No, he doesn't. He didn't. He's just spewing an opinion out. This is not journalism. And Jordan, I immediately, when I listened to that video, I thought, oh, Cenk is behind this. But to confirm that, I came across a video of Jimmy Dore recently. He was interviewing Jordan on the lawsuit. And Jordan was actually talking about the fraud in the primary and how important this was and the absurd things the lawyers of the DNC were saying about, we could do whatever we want in the back room. And really, Jordan? And now you're doing this? Well, now that confirms that he was put up to this. Since we don't know why Cenk left mainstream media, clearly to put Jordan up to this would mean that he wants to divide and conquer. I can only surmise that, he's very much working with the establishment and to divide the progressives because we are a threat to them. And I don't, none of this I have evidence for. This is just a gut feeling.
Right.
But there's so much. That was very strange what Jordan did. It was just really, it wasn't just cruel and wrong, but it was bizarre. Mm-hmm. And it was bizarre behavior.
Right.
Because we all, media always calls out other media for news reports.
Absolutely.
But this wasn't about a news report. This was about people. This was about people who were calling out a news report.
Right.
Not, saying we hate Cenk, we're going to spend 20 minutes on we hate, wasn't any. So it was a very bizarre behavior that leads me to just one really big question mark about what TYT, their real motives are.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm done watching Jordan. I won't that and I told him that too. And the thing with him apologizing, and I wrote this on his Facebook page under the video, I'm like, no, you don't get a pass on this, because once you put out a video, it's in the listener's ear and in their mind forever.
Yeah.
And that is just like a man who beats his wife, then apologizes while she has a black eye and a broken arm. That's not okay.
Wow.
In other words, once you put out the message, to apologize means nothing, because you did the dirty work already and you know it, and it's not apologizing every day from here on in wouldn't take the thoughts now out of people's heads.
Right.
So,
Look,
and that
Lisa,
makes me-
I got to leave it there, sister, because I got to go to another call. But you know I appreciate you, and I thank you so much. If you're on YouTube, please look at the screen. On the screen, I have a conversation that I had with Jordan back in September 28th of 2016, where I was questioning him about the previous allegations that were made on his Facebook live stream that I thought were directed to me. So did my viewers. That's who alerted me to it. And here's the conversation. He said in it, 9/28/2016, I don't slam other progressive media. I said, no doubt. His response, we're a small tribe, gotta stick together. And I like HA, have interviewed him before. This is the same man who just put out a video saying he didn't know us. This is taken from my Twitter. There is more. I have more. I sent a copy of this to H.A. Goodman, and he just laughed and said awesome, because he didn't even know we had this conversation. Credibility, toast. And that may be the reason why suddenly Jordan Sheridan had me mixed up with someone else, because maybe he recalled this conversation on Twitter and realized he can't delete it. I have it. Think about that. Next call. 11111, you're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Who's this?
It's Jane in Massachusetts. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Jane in Massachusetts, calling in. I appreciate you. What's
yeah,
up?
I appreciate you. No, I'm going to wear the shirt tomorrow with the big wolf on it.
Oh, man. Oh, she got a wolf shirt.
But the thing is, yeah, and you're talking about, I just love listening to all the callers. Everyone's like really amazing. Even all the way back to Victor, the first one, and Elaine, and just really sweet phone calls coming in. Sorry, I've been up since 5:30, so if I'm fading, that's my. it's a long day, but I really wanted to say I appreciate what you're doing. I've called in before. I guess the things that are on my mind are the DNC. Healthcare stuff, but also, who said that if someone's not talking about you, you're not doing anything? So I don't remember. I've heard that quote before, and it's like, if you're not doing if no one's talking about you, and it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, you're not doing anything. So it's like, if they're talking about you, and it's not okay if they're talking about you in a bad light, but the fact that they're talking about you means that you're doing something. So that's I just wanted to put that out there, because I just remember that, because I didn't know they were that's what happened. But sorry, I'm fading here, but the two things are DNC and what happened yesterday with the GOP and their stupid
healthcare bill.
The pre-existing conditions and crap like that. But definitely DNC. I'm posting about DNC stuff, and I do think it's important that people need to know about it. And I find it really, it's not good that, of course, mass media they're not going to be promoting it or talking about it because they don't want to talk about it. But we do need to talk about it, because that's very important. It's important news, and I appreciate that you're talking about it. And I think I posted I think you had the interview with Jared Beck
Yes.
earlier in the week. So I
Yes.
think I posted that. And that was just a great interview. And the fact that he's not being interviewed by mainstream media either, well, I'm not surprised, but I think it's unfortunate. And so it's awesome that we have people like you out there doing this stuff, including H.A. Goodman. And a long time ago, didn't you say something about you wanting to do like some sort of training for people to do what you're doing?
Yes, I want to.
Were you playing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the only person on the Tim Black TV on TBTV. I don't want to be the only person on this show. I want to do other stuff. I want to be able to go places. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna do like a class where you know people are.
I got to come up with something, Jen.
Paying for it.
Email me at tim@timblacktv.com and let's talk about it.
Oh.
All right.
Tim. Okay. And then my other one was the pre-existing health care thing. The BS that's going on right now, and I do want to encourage people to call their senators to give the GOP hell for that BS that they did yesterday, because pretty much everybody in the United States has a pre-existing health condition, period. And I've known too many people that have had to crowdfund for cancer treatment. I've known too many people who have had to crowdfund for dental care and hip replacement, or people have to go into extreme debt for their health conditions, or they fly out of the country to get other alternatives. You know, this isn't a joke. What's going on right now? It's absolute madness, and it's bullshit, is what it is. And so I'm just kind of pissed off at both Democrats and GOP right now, because Democrats for the DNC, GOP for their bullshit, and I really feel bad for people in states where if they get rid of their health care, people are screwed pretty much. And if people that have they do not have consistent health care and they let it lapse and they try to get on health care again, they have to pay 30% more, and then they're going to charge older people more. So let that. And if I listed all the pre-existing health conditions that they put down in this stupid plan, pretty much everybody would be exempt from getting health care in this country. But I don't know.
I gotta leave it there, Jen. I gotta leave it there, sister. I appreciate you so much. Remember, the email is tim@timblacktv.com. Thank you so much for calling. 510. You're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. Who's this?
Tim, it's Bruce from Oakland.
Bruce, what's up, man? Good to have you.
Oh, not much, man. You see me as single payer CA on Twitter, so you know my thoughts on everything, especially Jordan's apology. But anyways, I wanted to touch on something else. I need a little bit of help from you, H.A., Lee, whoever we can get together on this. We've got a competitor against Nancy Pelosi out here in San Francisco. I'm in Barbara Lee's district, but I'm going to be taking the ferry over as soon as I heal from my knee surgery to help Steve Jaffe get elected to Congress so we can get rid of Pelosi. We all know the damage Pelosi has done to us. Her and Feinstein both need to go. So if I could get you guys to reach out to Stephen Jaffe and help him get his voice out here to the Bay Area, I'd much appreciate it.
Wow. Who ran against Pelosi last? Do you remember the name of the person who last ran against Pelosi?
No.
Gosh, I'm trying to look for it.
That's how long she been in there.
No, I helped her. Someone ran against her last during the last election. I had him on the show, so I think I set a precedence that I want to have whoever that person is on the show, dude.
Yeah, the thing with Stephen Jaffe is he's a Bernie-crat, okay?
Right.
He's a lifelong Democrat, but he's also a Bernie-crat. He's not taking any money from corporations, and you know damn well he's not going to get any money from the DNC.
Right.
So we need to get his word out. We need to get him out, and we need to get him known. I'm going to help as much as I can, that's for sure.
Preston Pickus is his name. Preston Pickus was who ran against Nancy Pelosi. So look, hey Bruce, man.
What year was that?
2016.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, bro.
She had a competitor.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. But look, man, hit me up on Twitter and introduce me to Jaffe. Is he following you?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
But I've also sent you a private message with his Twitter feed.
Okay.
So
beautiful, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the call.
Thanks, sir. Love you.
I love you back, man. That's one seat I want to help, man. Do you realize? And I know it shouldn't be about me, man. But look, the personal satisfaction, Bruce, that I would get from helping unseat Nancy Pelosi, like, it's no money. I wouldn't make a nickel. In fact, I'd give nickels. I'd give dollars if I had them. I'd give it, look, to have her gone, Bruce, you realize, if you think, bruh, if I can be a help to have her removed, sir, I would gladly do so in the blink of an eye. I'm trying to tell you, man. Oh, man, she's horrible. She's horrible. I can't think of a better person to get out. I'm serious, man. I know that sounds bad, but it's just how I feel. And I'm glad to say how I feel. 510. Oh, man, guys. 425. We're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Tim. This is Bree calling from Oregon.
Bree, what's going on, Bree? How do you spell your name, Bree? Is it Bree?
Yeah, it is. Bree.
Okay, because my man Momo. Okay, so we're going to correct that because in one video you called up one show. We made a video out of it, but we spelled your name incorrectly, so I'm going to correct that. Thank you, Bree.
Yeah, I saw that, but I wasn't that bothered. But thank you for correcting it.
No problem.
So first, I want to tell you that I want to send you my love and my positive energy to counteract that shade Jordan's been trying to send your way. Right. And then if I could, I would just give you the most giant bear hug possible right now.
Hey, thank you, Bree, man. I appreciate you.
Second, I want to thank you for setting up your show in a way that creates a community for truth seekers. You've carved out a space, unlike TYT, that's for us. And there's no elitism, no favoritism, and no BS, just real shit. And I almost can't put into words how important and vital that space that you created has been for me, and I think a lot of other people. And third, this is about TYT specifically. I've felt for some time that TYT is trying to create a monopoly on the left in independent media, and that they go around and they contract with contributors to put them under the TYT logo and name, and then they try to basically attack everyone else. And to me, that's a corporate model. It's a capitalist model, and it's unacceptable. And as a consequence of that, and this part is just my perception personally, so I'm owning this, but I feel TYT is also trying to recreate a white male media conglomerate. And I stopped watching them because I felt like they were promoting a culture of toxic masculinity and white supremacy. Whether it's conscious or not, I don't know. But as a lady, that's how I was receiving a lot of their content. And it just became so gross I had to walk away. And then finally, I, for one, am done. I'm just done with anyone who lacks integrity. If we are going to make this world a better place, we must stand firm upon our principles, come hell or high water. So don't you let this shit go. Don't accept any lies or half-assed apologies. Stand your ground, and I for one, will stand with you. And I'm just sending you much love, Tim. Thank you for what you do.
Man, Bree, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Wow. I really need to hear that because, people, I understand people want a kumbaya. They want unity. You cannot unify with people who don't share your values. You just can't unify. That's why I say it's about the issues, right? So I'm willing to unify with conservatives about issues. I'm willing to unify with Republicans, Democrats, liberals, maybe not neoliberals, but you get what I'm saying. Libertarians, Green Party members, progressive independent party people, all these people, over issues, over what we care about. But I can't unify with somebody who thinks corruption's okay. To unify with someone who thinks corruption's okay or enforces corruption or supports corruption is the definition of a sellout. That's what it is. You see that thing, you know it's not what you ascribe to. It's not what you. It's not who you are. It's not what you're about. It's not the better self of you. What you intend to be. What you want your children to see. Don't look at dad. Don't do what dad does. Do what dad says. That BS. Okay. You can't embrace that, and to embrace that is a betrayal of yourself. I actually feel bad for Jordan. I feel bad for Jordan. He lost his soul. Oh, gotta get my soul. I need my soul back. Tim Black is very fitting. The black man can help you get your soul back. We're going to the next call. I have a 919. Hold up. Let me back up. 919, you're next. 319 is first. We go in order. Hey, 319, how you doing?
Hey, Tim. This is Jim in Iowa.
Jim in Iowa. That sounds very familiar to me. I don't know why that sounds familiar. Have you called up before?
Yeah. I haven't talked to you since before the election ended.
Wow, man. It's been a minute. What brings you back to the Tim Black Show? What brings you back, Jim?
Yes. Hey, this still with TYT, don't let it bother you, bro. I mean, I put down all these notes I wanted to say because of the topic, but so many people have put so much stuff in there that I can't top what they had to say, really. But I don't know if you heard of John. He's a Blue Dot in Texas, and he has his own deal on YouTube and Facebook, and I love the man because he is very honest and straightforward. But I'm finding out that more and more
I texted to you.
Democrats don't want to change. I mean, if you say anything against a Democrat, they turn around and they attack you like there is no other. Like I've been called a Trump lover, a Republican. I have never been either party my entire life. I have always been an independent, for the simple reason that I will vote for who I believe is going to do me the best good. Now, they divided us up decades ago with just a two-party system. And I had a lady, one of my comments on the Blue Dot, tell me, well, you're a Trump lover and third parties will never win. So I sent her a picture of Abraham Lincoln and said, hey, look, he was third party, so guess that is not going to hold up in court. But they haven't killed me off yet. And by the way, happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Okay?
God, I forgot, man. Yeah. Got to give it up for that.
Yeah, my lungs have gotten worse, but oh well, that's just part of the disease. In order to get anything done, we have to start a third party, because the two-party system is dead. I mean, a lot of Democrats are never going to change. And I understand what Bernie's trying to do by changing people inside and everything else and getting progressives in there, and we all know that the Democrats are not going to back progressives. But there's some that we backed because they were supposed to be progressives, and once they got in there, they voted against us. And it's like, who do you trust? You know, I mean, I tell people, I say, if you have a D or an R behind your name, I don't want to vote for you.
Right.
You know, if you have an independent or something else, fine. But, you know, that party is dead to me. You can't revive that party. And I know they're trying to, but I don't think it can happen. And the Lee Camp and you and HA and the same progressives, you guys are the enemy to them because you guys are telling the truth, telling people the way it is. It's like when I put stuff out there and I say, hey, the Dems elected Trump because Bernie has 53% and Trump had 38%. Who would figure? That tells me that they just totally gave it to Trump because they didn't go for who could beat him because he wasn't their choir boy.
Right. Jim, I got to leave it there, brother. I appreciate you, though, for calling up. Don't be a stranger. Please take care of yourself, man. And you sound strong, man. Hang in there. I love you, brother. Thank you for all the times, man, for calling up. And keep calling up, man. 919, you're live with Tim Black for them Friday.
Hi, Tim. It's Kelly. How's it going?
Hey, Kelly. What's up, lady?
So many good calls you've had tonight, and I just want to say to Bree, if she's still listening, I love what she had to say, about integrity and everything. And she's absolutely right. And all I can say about Jordan is it's really sad, but another one bites the dust. It seems like I guess it's just very hard to maintain, integrity in this media world. But I also wanted to say, part of why I love your show is the real diversity, and it's reflected in in the Green Party too. We had Jill Stein and Jamu Baraka, and then we progressives and independents, I think, represent this so much better than the Democrats. It's what they're trying to do and what they say they do. Yet they did not want to have Nina Turner, a strong voice from a strong black woman, up there on that stage, not for Hillary Clinton. But I just want to say, on your show, I think it's great. It's entertaining how you had the younger guy from, I think, California that called, that was talking about Dr. Dre, which I get some of as a suburban old white lady. But I think it's really funny that and it's great that you have callers from like the widest range of, young, old, black, white, everything. I just think that's awesome. And it shows that this is really where the diversity is. So, but I wanted to go back to specifically what Victor Tiffany was talking about, and he's amazing. And I agree with him completely about the strategic takedown. And I guess that's kind of what I was getting at before. But I'm really glad you did this kind of epic rant. And I think you showed Jordan and everyone else that you're not going to take it. Right. But I do think, you just have, because it's going to be an orchestrated, it seems to be, to try to take down other independent media, that they will try. It's going to be a smear campaign, unfortunately, and we all have your back. So, but one other point too, though, about something Victor said, that they're worried because we progressives, the Bernie or Bust section, that went for Jill Stein, that we're not going to kind of fall in line. And I do think that's what TYT is trying to do, and what the DNC Unity Commission is trying to do, is to try to absorb all of that, and so then they'll fall in line. But so they are worried that we're going to dig in our heels and say no. But I think that just like Bernie was able to get so many people that are maybe libertarian or just straight up independents, that maybe we need to just stop even worrying about what the label is. And it's independence, we're going to pull in people like we were talking about. We can talk to more conservatives now in a more constructive way than we have been able to with Democrats recently. Who would have ever thought that would happen, right? But so I think there's something there with that. Like, so the division, dividing the electorate, that they're worried about. Okay, so if we lose, people register with the Democratic Party now is in the, I think, 20% or something. I don't remember the exact numbers. It's dropped a lot.
Yeah.
So we have like what 48% independent. I don't know. I have to check my numbers.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I think. Yeah. So
Because it used to be like 30.
Okay. So what?
Right.
Yeah, it was 43, but I think it's gone up. So okay, so what? If they're not going to budge, well, we're just going to win over people that are disillusioned from Trump. Like, I just pretty much ended a friendship with a very so-called liberal attorney friend of mine here, because she just wouldn't listen. She wanted me to back her up in an argument with her Trumpian neighbors, and I ended up sending her a video clip of a town hall where Bernie got rounds of applause from Trump voters. Did you see that one?
I saw it.
It was pretty recently.
Epic.
And she was like, those Trump people are never going to go for socialist Bernie. I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
It's the issues.
No, they're going to be right.
Right. It's the issues.
What?
It's because she
right.
doesn't realize it's the issues.
People are going to be ripe.
Yeah.
For the next person, or maybe it will be Bernie, but those people that voted for Trump, they're not diehard Republicans. So what if we lose part of the Democratic Party? Forget it. We stick to our guns, and then we get more people, those crowds of people for Bernie, and the rounds of applause from the Trump supporters when they realize their insurance premiums went up even more, and that he let them down and didn't drain the swamp. Well, they're going to be ready to come over to our side. So
I love it.
Okay, that's my rant. But
thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for your great rant.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you for your points that you made. I appreciate you, Kelly.
You too.
Kelly's a big help to the show. She works with me behind the scenes. Her and Iban, and they're like part of the little mastermind group I got going on, man. So thank you so much, Kelly. 559, you're live with Tim Black, Freedom Friday.
What's up? What's up, Tim? This is Craig from California. What you doing? What's
Man,
up?
Craig, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, okay. I know I was missing somebody.
You know, man, just observing. Yeah, man. I've been seeing what's going on. I kind of put a little bit what happened in. I'm gonna be nice because Don came over there and said what he said. But flag Jordan, you know what I'm saying? I don't condone that right there. That's just weird. That's too odd. That we have other things. That's just a blatant, like I said before, what they call that Clinton manipulative tactic. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Don't even sweat the small stuff, really. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody tonight was a good call, and we just need to focus in that direction because that's crazy. He should be embarrassed, huh?
He should be, bro.
I would think.
You would think so.
But, like I said, I know you better than that. I know HA better than that. We all better than that. So, don't even sweat that. But you've been good, man. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody here is showing you where we at. We support Tim Black. You know what I'm saying? The Wolfpack is in the house. They know what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? But I have to say that for Jordan, though, from California. Frack that dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about nothing. I have respect for him going to Standing Rock. But, I can tell that it was all for naught, really. The last thing I want to say to you is I'm glad you're talking to Debbie, though. That's cool. You know what I mean? Because she's been saying some good stuff, too. And I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate what you do. But I want to let you know, I had to call Freedom Friday after her today. Man. So. Yeah, I ain't going to say anything bad about it. I'm just going to let it go out there. I'm going to listen. But you know how I feel about it. But it's good talking to you, good hearing you, good hearing the show. Like I said, I'm glad you success is going up, just going up. That's all it's about. So, spreading the word and make sure we try to take care of some of this business because they acting real crazy out there. I don't even when they get into it. It's like that movie. What's that movie where everybody was dumbed down and they was putting Gatorade on the fields? Idiocracy or something like that.
Idiocracy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's this is weird. It's like it's common sense, they're crying about how hot it is outside, but they don't want to go ahead and they don't want to stop with the fossil fuels, and the sun right there. It's common sense to me. So anyway, you know, I don't know what else to say about that, but I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep the show going, and I want to hear some other people because they inspire me today. So Freedom Friday, Tim, take care.
My brother Craig, man. Thank you, Craig, from California, man. Living that California life, man. He's a big fan of the show, big friend of the show. Has been a friend and a fan for a long time, man. Thank you, Craig, man. Moving on to 205. Hey, 205, you're live.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, finally.
Hey.
It's Stephanie from Tennessee.
Stephanie, what's up, lady? Good to have you.
Hey. Well, I put out that 15-minute video earlier today, and I still got more to say, so I thought I'd call in.
Get it in, Steph.
But before I go on, because I am going to go on about Jordan some more and the TYT thing, but I just saw something, like, this whole thing has got everybody distracted, I think. Like, this is really interesting what's happening, because I was scrolling down my Twitter feed just a minute ago to see what else was going on, and I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? The French election I told you about earlier that I called you and HA about on the big sellout, with Macron versus Le Pen, and it's basically Trump and Hillary all over again, but in reverse, because the guy is Hillary and the girl is Trump. There is stuff going out right now about Macron leaks, and they are talking about an auditor calls for Macron a warrant after examining leaked documents which indicate potential tax evasion. Like, he can't leave or get out of there because the election's tomorrow. So I got this little sound effect here for this. See if you can hear it.
Oh, God. What's that? What was that, Stephanie?
So, what's that?
What was that
Rockefeller from the Carmen Sandiego thing. Let me see if I can do that right. This is the second time that this has happened. It's like deja vu, because I mean, like, Hillary got in trouble for her emails and she got away with it because of Comey. Like, are the French authorities going to let him get away with it? Because I mean, they were like, are these documents authentic? WikiLeaks is going through them right now, and they're like, oh my God, they're authentic. And it's some random hacktivist or something that put them out, and or supposedly. And it can't be, you know, like, of course they're going to try to spin it as Russia, but, like, it's 24 hours before the election. It will have no impact on the actual election results. So it's someone trying to make it look like they're trying to have an effect on the election. Or it was somebody who wanted to make sure that he can't leave. Because if he's running for president, he can't get the hell out of the country now, 24 hours before the election. So either it's authorities, I think, or it's someone trying to make it look like Russia or WikiLeaks is involved in the election again, because it's really weird timing, really weird, really interesting, a lot of suspects. But besides that, the other thing I wanted to say is that originally I made like a 20-minute video for you guys, but like my camera phone could not handle it. My memory card, it started freezing and messing up. So I made another version that was shorter. And something I wanted to say that I didn't get to say before was that the problem with this whole like unify behind us, someone had brought up the point earlier about monopolizing things. The whole reason we're in the problem we are as a country is that people keep trying to monopolize things, and then that's really bad for the American business model. Like, competition is what kept us strong. Innovation is what kept us strong. When you keep having someone trying to find out some way of becoming a cancer to just devour everything, you know, like, it's not healthy for the American system as like a body. Like, it's like we're the arms, the heads, the legs, like different people do different things. It just becomes the people at the top and the people at the bottom. And it's weird that like Cenk is like building that model, and it would be fine if they just wanted to be a big powerful network, but the fact that they keep trying to like knock other people down, you know? And it's like, I don't know, I want to give Jordan the benefit of the doubt that he did not consciously do that after a backroom board meeting, strategized, whatever, but just that like I've been in an environment working in entertainment in the past where people put ideas into other people's heads. They spit poison in their ears. So it's like, you know, you think you came up with that idea on your own, but somebody else said something to you at the water cooler kind of thing, where it's like, what do you think about these guys doing this? Don't you think that's kind of weird? Blah, 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 blah. You know, and they try to talk one person up so that they agree that the other person's lower than them, so that they can then knock them out, you know, like, so I don't know. I don't want to assume too much, but he thinks he came up with that idea on his own. And like I look at him and I think that he really honestly thinks he came up with that idea on his own. But it sounds like, you know, someone put an idea into his head, or he just, you know, he blew up too fast. I've seen this all the time working at these conventions and stuff, where like if somebody's cosplay thing gets really popular or a voice actor blows up, it's like the first time that they've handled a lot of fame and they don't even realize that they're starting to sound really arrogant, or you know, that they've changed.
Yeah.
So
Good
what I
point.
wanted to say about that was that he's projecting this whole like, you guys are being divisive, but by him saying that, oh, you guys are low and I'm high because we do these things and you don't, and it's like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Like, we're trying to get away from this whole snobby elitist thing.
Right.
And I mean, that's supposed to be the appeal of TYT and other independent networks. And one thing I noticed is that they have got to get that through their head if they're not doing this on purpose. Because I've peeked at like what the alt-right, right-leaning libertarian or right-leaning independent people think and do, you know, like chat, the little weird Keck worshippers and stuff like. And one thing that they're big on is that, oh, those liberals are such backstabbers. They have no morals. They say one thing and they do another. They're totally disloyal. They don't care about family. They don't care about friends. They're all, you know, in a minute they backstab each other. It's super easy to divide and conquer them. And they might be right, because, you know, like I was watching this video and it's hilarious where it's like the Paul Joseph Watson guy and Alex Jones is talking just some crazy conspiracy theory nonsense again. And, you know, Paul Joseph and Watson is like zoning out, like, get me the hell out of here. And it's like, you know, like, hello, darkness, my old friend. And, you know, like, he's miserable. And he's, like, doing that for a full minute while Alex Jones is rambling. But then after that, he just kind of goes like, okay, well, I don't know about that, but let's talk about this important issue. And it's like, you know, if he was an easily embarrassed person, or somebody who, you know, was like, I got to get rid of this guy. He's, you know, he's losing his court case, and he's just, you know, now they see him as a performance artist, and he's going to bring me down. He could just easily backstab him because he's so popular.
Right.
But he doesn't, because they have this sense of loyalty. As crazy as they are on their show, they understand loyalty, and they look out for each other. And I'm not seeing that with the progressive movement, and I'm really glad you reached out to Debbie tonight and others. And I just wish TYT would do the same thing, because I'm seeing you putting the effort out. I've seen HA promote other people. I've seen Jimmy Dore promote other people. But like I said in the video, I haven't seen that a lot from TYT. And that's a problem the progressive movement and the liberal movement has. Like, if the left is going to, you know, unify, then it has to be both ways. It can't be like, you have to do what we say because I have a degree, or my channel has more views, or, you know, I have a reason to be a pretentious twat. So that's that. That's all I have to say.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Wow. Look, the Paul Joseph Watson and the Alex Jones reenactment, that was it. That was it. You should have led with that, Stephanie. I killed it. 270. We got to go to Lightning Minute, because the phone lines are going to cut off and then people aren't going to be able to talk. So 270, what's your name and what's your comment?
David Duke, Indiana.
Go, David. What's on your mind?
Wow, she can talk, can she not?
Yeah, a little bit. She did a video for me earlier today. Go ahead.
I called in to tell you that we appreciate you and we stand with you. And I hear you talking about how Jordan is a good reporter, and in my opinion, he is a hack. He has, from Standing Rock, called out people that I followed before he got to Standing Rock and called them out wrongly.
Oh.
He has used their videos and on TYT, said exclusively from Jordan Chariton from Standing Rock, and it was videos of these other people.
Oh.
I stopped watching him at that point in time.
Oh.
Jordan Chariton has done other stuff to other people before you, Tim.
Oh.
And and so to me, he has followed this line for well over a year. I started watching.
Thank you for
TYT
using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And then there were none. Damn it, man. Oh, man. Guys, look. The people on the phone lines cannot hear me, but I want to say to the people watching that we had more phone calls tonight than we've had since the primaries. So this is a very hot issue. What's going on with the DNC fraud and what's going on with Jordan Sheridan and the TYT and H.A. Goodman, Nico House, and myself. So David Duke, dude, you just dropped a bomb. Look, David, I know I wish I had more time with you to talk, but I can tell you this. What you just gave me was gold, bro. And you're not even hearing me say this. When we put this video out in its entirety and we cut it up as well, when Momo, my man, my brother, Momo Pineno, we do it, we get it up. Or either it'll be Stevie, who is the new digital editor, is joining the team. So give it up for Stevie. Come on, Stevie. Can't wait for you to, get your first video out there on the Tim Black TV network or channel. Really need your help. David Duke, I'm going to look into this. Man, if you were listening, if anybody has footage or knows of what David Duke is speaking, believe me, I have never heard of Jordan Sheridan doing dirty deeds. So if you're going to come for me and say, this is what I do without any evidence, because I don't just, what video specifically are they talking about when they say I do this thing, whatever this thing is? What? I got great callers. I remember Fred, I had a caller, Fred, who took me to task, even though he's my friend, over a story that was put out and I didn't know they rescinded it or it was changed and some false information was put out. I was still on the right side of it, but it was like a technicality. There was kind of like a little smear thing they tried to do on the guy. But so I have callers and subscribers and Wolfpack members who will let me know if something's wrong. I try to catch it myself, but I don't get a bunch of Wolfpack members going, Tim, why'd you steal this person's video? Or why'd you co-op this person's storyline or anything? No one does that because I don't do it. No one calls my show and says, guys, I don't screen calls. It's a one-man show. I don't have people calling up going, Tim, why'd you take this from me? Why'd you steal this from me? Why'd you do this to me? The phone lines be open, y'all. Anyone could call. Think about that. If Jordan ran a show and took calls that were not screened, could he do it without people jumping upside his, jumping him, beating him up, without people calling him out? Same thing for TYT. Same thing for Cenk Uygur. Could Cenk Uygur do a live show? It's a good question. How good is your credibility? How good is your body of work? Could you do a live show with open phone lines, no screening, and be able, and maybe you'll get trolls who joke, trolls who call up and call you the N-word, but I mean people that call up and argue about things you've done. See, I could, you see me do it every day. Well, at least twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. So anyway, guys, that's it. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Turbo GG100. Turbo GG100 for donating to the show. I quote that Turbo GG. There were a number of people in my super chat tonight, man, who I'm wondering how I can even view it. You could see it and then it's gone. Shout out to, once again, the Iban Kim, my friend. Thank you so much for giving on super chat and calling up and look, dude, doing that masterful video that has Jordan did the rights. Once again, guys, this is bigger than Jordan. This is about the progressives. This is about, you know what? I don't want labels. It's about people who want truth. All right? I don't want labels. You can call me whatever you want. Don't call me late for dinner. Don't call me late for the revolution. And I'm not a sellout. And I don't betray my ethics for anyone. I can say that. And when I can't say that, then that's a problem. But I can say it. I can demonstrate it. That's why I can say it. Easy to say, I'm a good guy, this is how I do. You know me, I don't mince my tongue. I don't bite my tongue. Why you got to keep saying you don't bite your tongue? Why you have to keep saying stuff that should be a given? Like, I don't, I don't just say stuff for views. I don't just say things for views, and I don't do that for views, and I don't do, and then, I mean, I don't care where you look. Cenk Uygur, I mean, he's a good guy, so I really don't care what you think. And, he's looking down at everyone. Especially me. I don't like it. But you know what? One day we will be at a rally, or we'll be somewhere covering something, and I will meet Jordan Sheridan. Hey, Jordan, little buddy. Rub his hair, take him under the wing. Hey, Jordan, little guy, you give him a little right, just give him a little right there, Fred. Right there, Fred. Shout out to Bill Burr. See, I can't even do someone else's jokes. So Dave Duke said Jordan steals footage. I'm going to reach out to the guys at Unicorn Ride and the guys at We Are the Media and see if this is true. People offered me footage from Standing Rock. I didn't even feel good using it, even though they offered it to me. It's their stuff, man. I had a long talk with my family. She didn't want me to go. My kids didn't want me to go. It was a personal issue. Someone offered to give me a few $100s to go. Just wasn't the right time for me to do it. My hat goes off to Nico House. He went. Jordan still threw him under the bus. He was there at Standing Rock in the cold, just like Jordan was. So was my friend Jeff Day. All three of them have been on my show. Anyway, they've been on this platform. We're going to keep rocking it. Shout out to Hey Hun and shout out to Iban, who basically nudged me to say, Tim, man, you got to get this stuff right with Debbie Lusignan. I'm listening to you guys. I'm listening. All right, so here's the deal, guys. This is it. Oh, what a night. You got to know who your friends are. You got to know who your enemies are. This is a part of life. We can't walk around with our head in the clouds thinking everything is right. Sometimes it just ain't. Sometimes you need more than just a coat of paint. Sometimes you need a new car. Sometimes you need a new star. Sometimes you need a new friend. Sometimes, well, it is what it is. So it is with Jordan Sheridan. So it is with TYT. Look, man, I think that we are stronger and tougher than we used to be. I think that we have been through a lot. I think that we can endure this. I know that I can. Maybe 6 months ago, this would have probably ended me. He's a little late. Because now I have you. You, Wolfpack member, you friend of the show, you supporter, who knows, who could tell. You can smell a rat. You can smell a scam artist. I do this show 4 days a week. You could tell. All the issues we cover, all the stories we cover. You know how hard it would be to pretend? I'd have to do it so many times, it would be just tiring. Guys, being a phony would be tiring. You have to remember what to lie about. I don't even have to worry about that. I just say how I feel. Let the chips fall where they may. Just so happens, some people like truth more than they like their, being lied to. So that's great. Here it is.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Yeah, they want to know if we're going to eat our cornbread. The question is, yeah, we're going to eat our cornbread. You need to stop coming up asking us, are we going to eat our cornbread? Yes, I know you're bigger than me. Yes, I know you got more money than me. Yes, I know I record in my basement on a wall. Yes, I know you are a part of a huge organization. Yes, I know. But that don't make you better than me.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
Because see, I promised a long time ago, ain't nobody going to take my cornbread, man. So I would fight for that. That I would not give in to that. And I didn't need a network to build me. I didn't need a big entity with millions of dollars to put me into an already built-in audience. To have other people who already have a huge audience say, go subscribe to this guy. Be a part of this guy. Of course, I work with people, but I did the work. Our movement is about all of us on issues that matter. Stick to that. The cornbread ain't for sale, and neither am I, neither are you. That's why we in this together. When I used to say hashtags like not me, us, I wasn't saying that just to be cool. I believe it. When I used to say we are one, I wasn't saying that just because it was catchy. I believe it. I want to make it happen. I want to continue to make it happen.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
But see, when they see it open, they see starting to get a little bit momentum. They start noticing that maybe they can't control you. Maybe they can't shut you up. Then that's when they come for you. Because that cornbread still look good. And that's when it's times like this become special. Because we can sit down, we can talk, and people can just say what's on their minds. And we realize that we're stronger together than we ever will be apart. And that's what's really important, and that's really the lesson for today. That's what I take away. So I tell you guys, I'm very fortunate to have good people, and I'm very fortunate to finally be doing what I wanted to do. Didn't even know it was what I wanted to do. And I'm so glad that I found you. I'm so glad you found me. And let's just go forward. My pact with you is I won't quit. And I won't sell out. And I will never cease to talk about things that matter to us all. It doesn't mean we will always agree. But you know what it does mean? It does mean that I'm not going to throw you under the bus for no one. Unfortunately, some other people don't have that type of creed, type of rule. On the refrigerator, I put the rules on the refrigerator. They didn't write the rules on the refrigerator. And because they didn't write the rules on the refrigerator, and they don't stand for anything really, and money got in the way, and you know, guys, some people got good jobs. They don't want to mess it up. But here's the deal with that. When you make your choices, and your choices include your benefit, not the benefit of the people, well, you know what? No matter if you're a good guy or bad guy, no matter how tall you are, how short you are, how big you are, how thin you are, how old you are, how young you are, how dark you are, how light you are, how fair you are, how unfair you are, blue-eyed, brown-eyed, purple-eyed, people leader. Don't matter. When you betray the people, you bite the people, the people bite back. And when that happens, well, what the hell?
It's going to be consequences and repercussions.
Hey, everybody, it's going to be consequences and repercussions. Check this out, guys. Hey, when you go out there this weekend and you're around family, a couple callers talked about it, say, hey, I got an issue. These people don't agree with me. They want me to side with them. I don't side with them. Think it was Kelly. They want to argue. I lost a friend. Well, you know what? Don't you argue with people. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. You can't convince somebody they're wrong. They have to do that for themselves. So what we do around here is we do a little something that Dave Chappelle used to do when he used to do this comedy routine. He used to tell this little joke, and it went something like this.
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
Sprinkle some facts on them and get out of here. I'm Tim Black. That's what you do. You sprinkle your facts on them. You get out of there. Let them change their own mind. You can't change their mind for them. That's not up to you. What's up to you is this revolution, this movement, and the truth. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing what you do. Please go subscribe to this channel. Also, pick up some Tim Black gear. It don't cost that much. I got coffee. I got love for you. I also have a Patreon. It's in the description box below. If you love what I do, if you value what I do, don't just do it because I'm a nice guy. Don't just do it because I got a nice hat. Do it because you believe in what I'm doing and you know this is where it's at. Everybody, everybody, I got another super chat in his house. It's Anna Zolji. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. God damn. That's what I'm talking about. Truth can stand by itself. Because you know what? There's going to be some people to back it up, man. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to everybody in my chat room, man. Let me find out who's here. We got Jenny Lynn. We got Darren O'Leary. I am Sila. We got Momo Pineno. Oh, let me give it up to my people. All the people. Well, all my moderators. Momo Pineno, Broken Carpenter, and Iron Man Oz. Also, everybody that called in. I'm sorry I couldn't get through the queue. I love you, man. Be here next time. I will open phone lines again on Monday with H.A. Goodman. Monday with H.A. Goodman. We'll open the phone lines up and you can call up and talk to H.A. Goodman and Tim Black. How about that? Because that's the new thing we do. We open phone lines on Mondays too. Shout out to Tracy Lynn, Kat Stefani, Lou Pliskin, Ulrich Christine. What's up? Cam C, good to see you, Cam C. Thursday, Christy, M99, the Black Lebowski. Yeah, the phone's cut out. There's a time limit. So I get them, and it's like 3 hours or something. It's something like that. It's not quite 3 hours. So you pay. You only get a certain amount of time to use the phones. I get them every day, though, so I try to use them more often. Yeah, I don't cut them off. It's the service, Blog Talk Radio, guys. Rusty Shack, Grim Reaper, Amanda Zacchaeus. Siokis, Eric, what's up, Eric? The blah, Jason W, Jordan, not the Jordan. It was Jordan. Message deleted. Oh God, somebody was trolling. I can't believe it. I'm trolling. I wish I'm trolling. I wish you get the hell up out of here. Can't believe it. I'm trolling. I'm trolling on the Tim Black Show. Get about my chat room. Tech Move, Thursday Adams, Chai Sexton. Go ahead, Chai. G. Cool GN. James Hancock. Troy Miklos. And you know, BSology. Becca C. Becca, what's up, sis? 2071 Pam, Dr. Cat, Mike Jason, Joanne Leon, Christopher Hammonds, Jonathan Melton, thanks for the call. Oh, man, my callers, KJ, Elaine Bennett, Terry, Jared, Melvin, Anonymous, Thomas, Ebon, Chad, Jonathan, Don Bay, Lisa, Jen, Bruce, Bree, Jim, Kelly, Craig, Stephanie, and David Duke dropped the bomb. Even though you got cut off, David, you dropped some energy. Thank you so much. And you know what? Now that I think back about it, the facial expressions, some of the things that Jordan did when he was interviewing people, it was a little snide. Just a little bit. So this a little something. It was a little something. I should have been able to tell. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I got to get back to doing some videos. I got to get off this a little bit. People want to do some interviews with me about this situation. And hell, I'm going to do them. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Become a Patreon. Become a member. Tim Black. PayPal. timstake2@gmail.com. TimBlackTV.com is the website. We're trying to update it and make it usable. Thanks to my man, Momo Pineno. And with that, I am out of here, guys. Boom.
Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy.